Today I'm very excited to be playing Ken Griffey Jr.'s Slugfest. This is a very old baseball game that was released for the Nintendo 64 back in 1999, I believe. Let's jump right into it. So we're going to be doing a season, a fantasy draft, and I'm going to change a few of these settings here just to my preference. So yes, there's going to be one player, that's me, and I'm going to put the teams down to 16. That's going to give us a better pool of players to choose from. We're going to have, yes, a fantasy draft, yes, trading, no advantage, yes, injuries, and we're going to have a short schedule length. I think it can be quite fun to do like a full season, but I don't think that's something that I would want to record because it would take a very long time. So for now, we're just going to do the short season. I think that's a more reasonable goal. And we're going to be the Chicago Cubs. And let's see what pick we get. So we get pick 6. I think that means that Sammy Sosa is still going to be available. He's going to be my first pick if he is still there. There he is. So let's see who they pick. Okay. Yeah, so the game is based on the 1998 MLB season, which was the season that Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire hit about 1 billion home runs each, because they were on steroids, of course. But so they're both in this game, and I generally like to go for Sammy Sosa. So what I'm looking for in this draft is I'm looking for players that have good speed and good batting above other considerations. So Sammy Sosa is a good example of, like, he's pretty fast, he's got a 7 speed, and his batting obviously is really good. So I'm going to be looking for other players that fulfill those requirements. So let's take a look at who else is in outfield. I'm going to fill out my outfield first. It's too bad that they picked Craig Biggio because I would have picked him if he was available. So let's see if Green is here, and if he is, I'll probably get him. Or actually, I think Tim Salmon would be a better first pick. Yeah, so let's go for Tim Salmon. He's a very good, like, all-around player. I'm gonna want one really fast guy, so let's see what I have in terms of my fast guy options. Ooh, I wonder if they took Lofton already. Oh, they did. Darn it, I probably should have gotten Lofton for my second pick. Okay, let's see. We might be able to find someone else who's similarly fast. So a 9 or a 10 would be great if I can find any center fielders with that speed. Let's take a look at stolen bases. Ricky Henderson is only an 8, which is weird to me. Tony Womack is super fast, but not a very good hitter. So I want someone who's fast, but can also get on base. So I think Shannon Stewart is a decent option, but I'll see if I can get anyone faster. I actually think I'm going to go for Tom Goodwin. He's a little bit of a better hitter. Okay, so we've got our outfield figured out, and now I'm going to take a look at probably getting like a power hitter. So let's sort by home runs and see what we can find. So Greg Vaughn, I would take Canseco, but there's 2 problems with him. His batting is not great, his defense is not great, and I think those 2 things are just too much of a strike against him, so I'm not gonna pick him. Carlos Delgado is also a little bit too slow. I like Sean Green, so I actually think I'm gonna go for Sean Green. I have a pretty good idea of who I'm gonna be picking, and I also have a pretty good idea of, like, who the computer is gonna be picking, and like who it prioritizes, because I've played this game too many times, of course. So there's still some good players left here, so let's get Dean Palmer. And now I'm gonna think about my pitching. So if Millwood is still available, I'm going to get him. He's usually my first pick. He is still available. And now let's get one more good starting pitcher. Okay, now let's go back to our lineup. So Jeff Kent is still there. I might be able to do a little better than him though. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of these slow guys, so whenever there's an option to pick someone who's faster, I'm generally going to go for that person. So Jeff King I like having on my team, so let's get him. Really, I'm looking for like speed 6 or above is kind of what I'm looking for from these players. So Jeff Kent is there. There's a few guys I really like who are kind of good at everything. Like Gary Sheffield is good at everything. So, but I already have my outfield. So the thing is, like, even though the game wants you to pick these, like, how do I put it? Like, I can always move players around into different positions. Like, even though I may draft, let's say, I don't know, 4 left fielders or something, I can just move them into different positions. Like, I could put Tim Salmon or Green into like an infield position. So it doesn't really matter who I'm drafting because I can just move them around later. But let's take a look again at what we have here. So let's get Gary Sheffield, and I think I can just put him in the infield if I need to. And I've been neglecting my relief pitching, so let's get this guy. As you can tell, I'm definitely focusing more on my lineup than I am my pitching. It's just the way that this game works. Like, I know that what is more important is scoring runs over, like, you know, not being scored on. So that's why I'm prioritizing that. And also the pitching in this game is a little bit weird, as you will discover. So I think I'm gonna get Santiago if he's still available. He is still available. Maybe not. Maybe. And the interesting thing is, like, I also don't have to catch. Like, I don't have to pick a catcher. I can just move like a faster person into the catching spot, and the game doesn't care. So there's ways to get around like the speed issue in this game. Let's take a look at average, because I want like a good hitter. Todd Walker's is a good pick, I think. Or maybe I want Hamilton. I think I want Daryl Hamilton. He doesn't have much power, but that doesn't really matter. I prefer batting over power. Okay, that's a strong start. We have a lot of good players on that lineup. Because we have that smaller pool of players to pick from, or rather, there's less teams competing for players, so we're gonna end up with better players because of that. I only have one reliever, so I gotta pick somebody else here. I think Christensen is fine. And now let's focus back on the lineup. So for catcher, let's see if Santiago is still there, or... Okay. He's a little bit slow, but I think we don't have to necessarily start him. Okay, so let's look again at good hitters. Todd Walker is still there. Derek Bell is still there, he's too slow. Dimitri Young, Jeff Kent. So this guy has a 10 defense, but I don't know how much defense actually matters in this game. I believe it affects like the rate of errors. But I don't know beyond that it really affects very much. So I just need to pick somebody to kind of like fill in this position. I think Ozzie Guillen is a decent choice. And he's not necessarily going to be my starter. Actually, almost certainly he won't be. It'll be somebody else in that position. Johnny Damon is still available. He's pretty solid and he's a 6 speed. But I might be able to do a little bit better than that. Yeah. So this part of the game is always interesting because I'm just trying to kind of fill in the gaps. Doesn't really matter who I'm being, although I do want a little bit of, he's quick. He would be a good like pinch runner. Let's get Randy Wynn. Yeah, because I am playing with injuries, it does kind of matter that I have depth on this team. I don't want like just a bunch of bad players on the bench. Okay. So let's see. Jeff Kent's still kicking around. He's a pretty good player. I don't know why the computer never picks Jeff Kent because he actually has good stats. Okay. I'll pick that back catcher position last. So infield, let's see. Eric Chavez is a good utility guy. Yeah, I don't need to pick backup catcher. Let me finish up with my relief pitching. So I'm looking for basically decent control, I guess. So that guy's got pretty good control, so let's get him. There's probably not that many great starters left to choose from. James Baldwin is actually pretty good, so let's get him. And I'll get my last starter. Or do I want my last starter? No, I think it makes more sense to get relief. Some of these players I recognize just looking at the names, and some of them I have to actually look at the statistics just to double check. The interesting thing in this game is that you don't really need to use all of your pitchers. That might be slightly different this time because of the injuries. But if you are not playing with injuries, then you can just cycle through the same 2 pitchers the entire season, and there's no like downside. Okay. Okay, so we got our pitching sorted, and our last position is this backup catcher position. So I wonder if it'll let me. Draft some other thing. Some other position. Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. Nice, so the draft is finished. And now we can get into the game options. I will be playing on Veteran with Classic, yes, yes, manual running, background music, and I think that looks good. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to quickly save it on my very real Nintendo 64 that I'm using. And now we're going to get into the fun part, which is getting a better lineup. So, let's see. A lot of these guys, I think I will actually want on my bench. So who do I want starting? I want Sheffield for sure. I want Goodwin for sure. In for, let's say... I don't know, I might change that later, but okay, so Goodwin we will want in center field, and he will be leading off because he's fast. Yeah, and a decent hitter. So Goodwin, Salmon, and Green, that looks good, and then Sosa hitting fourth is what I want, and then I want some power in my 5 spot, so I think Dean Palmer is the right choice there, and then Sheffield also has decent power, and Walker is more of a, like a hitting guy, so we can keep him down there. Jeff King. Okay, I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the left-hand pitcher lineup. In my experience, there's really no difference, and it doesn't really matter, so I just make them the same lineup. Okay, Sheffield. And I'm just going to quickly go over and make sure that all the positioning makes sense and that I have the best guys in there. Okay. That makes sense too. Okay, Palmer is Gary Sheffield. Walker. I think that looks pretty good. Is Jeff King a good choice for catcher? He has a great arm. But what's Jeff Kent like? Yeah. No, I think this makes sense. So even though Jeff King is supposed to be a first baseman, I have him here. The computer actually automatically put him at catcher, which is interesting. But it makes sense because he has a good arm. So yeah, so both my right hand, left hand lineup are the same, and I'm just going to go over it again one more time to make sure that it makes sense. So Goodwin leading off, he's a good hitter, he's fast. All these guys are really fast, the top 4, and then once we get down to Palmer, is a little bit less fast, but he's like my power guy. And then Sheffield also has a little bit of power. Walker, King, Millwood. Yep, that looks good to me. Now let's quickly take a peek at the bullpen. Okay, Millwood is like my starting guy, my ace. I think I want Carpenter in the 2 spot. And then bullpen doesn't really matter, I can just leave it like that. Okay, I think we're just about ready to start our first game. Okay, let's play ball. See how it goes.
Good afternoon. This is Dave Niehaus, and welcome to opening day at Dodger Stadium. In today's game, the Chicago Cubs take on the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Nice. So the Dodgers have Schilling starting for them. That's a little bit scary.
Batting first, the center fielder.
See if he throws many strikes. Oh boy, it's a rough start. So one of the problems in this game is that occasionally you will get pitchers who just do not throw strikes to you. That was a strike. And when that's the case, it's really, really difficult to get anything going on offense. Looks like Schilling is throwing strikes. So my job is basically just wait for a good pitch and try to hit it. So hopefully he'll keep throwing me decent. That was a strike, but I was just late on it. And our lineup is strong. So once I get into the swing of things, so to speak, it should be fine. Oof. Okay, I need to take a deep breath here and not get too nervous. Okay, that should fall for a base hit. And Mr. Sosa is up to bat. So let's see if we can get something going with Sammy Sosa here. Oh, it was late. That was a good pitch too. So hopefully he doesn't get me out on that. I don't think he will. Oh, I stand corrected. Ah, now see, I forget that I'm also playing on veteran difficulty, so the computer is going to do some slightly cleverer things, like that bunt, for instance. On rookie level, the computer does not bunt. At least I don't think it does. Alright. So just take things slow, and I'll try not to throw... I'll try to throw good pitches, and hopefully Schilling will give me something to hit here. Nah, it's gonna fall. I mean, it's gonna get caught.
Batting second, the first baseman, Gary Sheffield.
So yeah, we have a strong lineup. It's just a matter of getting the timing right on these pitches, and once that happens, I'm pretty confident that we will start getting runs scored. So I should be able to get to second on this. I love those palm trees in the background. That's cool. The very lacking graphics of this very old game. Is that going to drop? I think so. We should be able to score the run off that one, so that's good. And I am also quite lucky that I've been getting some decent pitches, because occasionally you'll get a game where that just does not happen, and the AI is throwing stuff like that, for instance, which can be really, really difficult to deal with. So that was actually a base hit. Kind of surprising. Don't throw me out! Oh, fucking shit. Alright, okay, so that's one of the problems with this game, is even when you get what should be a single into the outfield, if your character is slow enough, which Millwood is, he's a running 1, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there, like, it's possible for the outfielder to throw you out, which is absurd and wouldn't happen in real life, but it's just one of the little quirks of this game, so it takes a little bit of getting used to that kind of thing. So I haven't really been paying attention, but the Dodgers have a very good lineup as well. They've got like Jeter and a bunch of really good hitters, so I have to be careful about what I throw them. Okay, back at the top of the lineup. Hopefully I can have a good pitch to hit here. So that fell in. Should be able to get to second with Goodwin. He's very fast. Now if he throws to second, yes. So that's another little quirk of this game, is sometimes the AI will throw to where you already are, essentially, meaning you can get an extra base out of it. I shouldn't have swung at that. And Goodwin is a 10 speed, so you're able to like do silly things like that. So that fell in, that scores the run. So far, so good. Again, lucky that I'm getting some good pitches. Occasionally what happens is that you'll get a, I don't think he's going to make that. Just barely. Occasionally you'll get a pitcher, like an AI pitcher, that is just not throwing anything in the strike zone. And when that happens, it's really tough. It's really tough. Sometimes I will end up losing those games. So that was right down the middle. I think it'll not drop though, unfortunately. Okay. Still, not bad. So far, not bad. And we've been able to keep them from scoring. So he's going for the bunt again. Very interesting. Very interesting. You don't see that on the rookie level. Okay. See if we can get something going with Gary. Beautiful pitch. In the sense that it was easy to hit. Not beautiful for him. So I probably could have run to third there. Could have done that little cheeky run. But I don't wanna push it. Oh, that's gonna be caught. Ooh, he almost tagged me up there. Oof. Oh, that was a great pitch. Yikes. I did not see that one. A little too over-eager and not taking too many pitches. Now the reason I'm not taking very many pitches is, yes, I'm a little bit impatient, but also I know that in this particular case, the computer is giving me a lot of strikes, so more often than not, I am going to get something to hit, even if I just kind of swing blindly. If I was playing against a pitcher that wasn't throwing strikes, I would be trying to take more of them. That was weird. I think my catcher like ran into him. Luckily, I still got the out. I think that'll fall. And I'm gonna see if I can steal the base with him, get him into scoring position. Unless I get a pitch like that. Nah, I should have just stole. Sometimes it's tough. Like, I want to take a pitch, but also I get a really good strike like that I want to hit. So that was a ball, so that's going to allow me to attempt the steal with Goodwin. Alright, so he's in scoring position. As long as that'll move the runner over, but I don't, but, oh man, I just can't see those low balls today. I say as if I'm a real major league batter. Okay, so this is interesting. This might end up being a home run, or he might end up catching it. We'll see. Luckily, that was a home run. Sammy Sosa's first of the season. Very nice. Luckily, in this game, steroids don't exist. Or I would feel bad about that. Alright. Okay, so now I'm finding my rhythm a little bit. Is he going to throw me out of first base? Okay. God, I hate that when that happens. It's so ridiculous. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so far so good. We've got 4 runs on 9 hits. And no hits given up to the Dodgers so far. Which kind of surprises me. Normally, like, pitching is tricky. Like, I feel like no matter how careful I'm being about my pitch location, it's still like they eventually find a way to hit on me. So I don't know why we've been lucky so far. It might just be chance. I also don't tend to get a lot of strikeouts. Not really sure why. So maybe I can get him with the changeup though here. No, but I'll take it. This game's going a lot better than I thought it would, because the combination of like playing against teams with better players and also being on veteran, I thought it was going to be more challenging. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe the next game will be really difficult, but we'll see. Run! He's not going to make it.
Batting third, the pitcher, Kevin Millwood.
Okay, bottom of the 6th.
Batting first, the left fielder.
Millwood is still pitching a no-hitter so far. It'd be pretty amazing if we could get a no-hitter out of this.
Batting second, the second baseman, Delino to Shields. Strike.
It's also, if I do end up not letting any hits. Oh wow, there's a home run. That was bound to happen eventually.
Man, that was a tee shot.
The Dodgers are on the board.
Batting third, the pitcher, Kurt Schilling.
I almost made fun of how fat Kurt Schilling's model is in this game, but then I felt bad and I didn't. I don't want to fat shame Kurt Schilling's Nintendo 64 model.
Batting fifth, the shortstop,
Okay,
Strike one.
so I should try to be a little bit careful here, because if Jeter were to get a home run here, it would be
Strike two.
a very close game. So I'm gonna give him nothing good to hit. See if he swings. Nice.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tom Goodwin.
Ooh, rough. I hate when I get a great pitch and I can't capitalize on it like that.
Now batting, the left
See, so that's an example of why, like, speed is important in this game. Like, Goodwin almost beat that throw, because he has the 10 speed. So what ends up happening is when you have like really fast players like that, you just get on base more.
ball one.
So now I'm beginning to be able to take these pitches a little better. Not quite as overeager as I was at the beginning of the game. I think that'll be a double. This guy's got a good arm.
Now batting, the shortstop, Sean Green. Ball one.
Every time I see those flags in the background of Dodger Stadium, it's so funny because they've got the American flag and the Californian flag in the back there, but they're not moving because there's no wind in this game, so it just sits there unmoving. It's very funny. I don't know, I just find that really funny. Okay.
Batting second, the right fielder.
So an interesting thing that happens when you are playing on veteran is that you can't really score as many runs. Like, it's more of a realistic experience, I think. Well, nothing about this game is particularly realistic, especially those frozen flags in the background. But like for instance on rookie, it's very possible to score like 40 runs in a game, which is fun if you're just feeling silly, but it's not much of a challenge. And I would prefer to make this a challenge, especially if I'm putting it up on YouTube for people to watch.
Leadoff batter,
It'd be more fun to watch.
Dean Palmer.
Those are very tough pitches. Those ones that are like up in the strike zone. I've never been very good at hitting those.
First baseman, Gary Sheffield. Ball one.
I think that'll drop. Yes.
Batting third, the second baseman, Todd Walker.
Yeah, I just cannot for the life of me figure out those high balls. Hard to hit. There must be a way of hitting them reliably. I just don't know what it is. That looked good, but it's going to be an out. Alright, we're almost there. I'm wondering if I can keep Millwood in until the end of the game. That would be... Has he still not given up any hits? No, he's given... I say he as if I'm not the one playing him. We've given up one hit, so it can no longer be a perfect game, but that's okay. We might still be able to get the shutout. Or not the shutout, but the win. Without leaning on our relief pitcher. I'm not like thinking too hard about where I put the pitches. Maybe if I did, I would get more strikeouts. I don't know. So let's see if I actually put an effort into my pitch location, can I possibly get this strikeout? I could take more time on pitching, but I just find it kind of boring, to be honest. Like, I like fielding. Like, fielding is fun, but the pitching itself is kind of like, eh. Okay, so Dodgers have a new pitcher, and let's see if this guy is gonna... how this guy's gonna throw. Ooh, so that was a strike. A good, like a nice, easy to hit pitch, but it was just really fast. Wow. Double for our pitcher. Kind of surprised that the fielder didn't get that one. You know what? Oh, do I want to do a pinch runner? No, I don't think I need to at this point. I want my guy to see if he can get the complete game. So if he throws the home base... No, he didn't throw the home base. Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. Well, that worked out. It was very awkward, though. I think he's gonna get that. No, he didn't. He even had, like, that... The cursor even turned red, but he still didn't catch it. I really don't know if, like, the defense stat affects things like that. Like being able to catch balls that are close to you. I'm not sure. Okay. I might try to steal with Sean Green. Every time. I swing at those low pitches every time. Damn it.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, Gene Palmer. Ball one.
That one I was able to see.
Strike one.
Oh, damn. I didn't quite have the jump on that one. That's okay. I'm just being silly, because I know I'm very likely going to win anyways. Alright, so we just got 3 more outs, and then this game is in the bag. Still going for a bunt. Very interesting. Oh, it actually worked. Who was that? That guy. Is that Womack? No, I have Womack. He's a fast guy. Okay, let's not throw anything good to Jeter. That would be unfortunate. Nice. Alright, get Jim Thome out, and then we're good. Ooh, that's gonna drop.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Brian Jordan.
Ooh, that also is gonna drop. I think we're still gonna be okay because we have a 5-run lead. But it would be good to just end this as quickly as I can. My pitcher is not tired yet, but any time now he will be. Alright, game's over. Excellent. That was actually a ton of fun. I enjoyed that game a lot. Okay, so let's take a look at our statistics. So everyone was hitting pretty well that game, I think. Yeah. It's only like the middle of the order that was struggling a little bit. But not bad. And then Dodgers had that one home run against me. And the pitching was great. Great. That was a really good first attempt. So I'm going to save it. I always save between games because this game is a little bit buggy. Occasionally it'll freeze for no particular reason, and it's not like it's not a matter of like what version you're using, because I also have this game on cartridge, and even on cartridge it's worse, if anything. Like it freezes more often, but I think it's just something with the programming. It's not perfect. Nothing about this game is perfect, but it is very fun. Ooh, so that's a tough pitch. There's a pitch in this game called a super change, and I think that's what that was. Basically, like a changeup that is exceptionally slow and hard to hit. The timing is really tricky. There it is again. So I think that's going to be an out. No, it actually dropped in.
Now batting, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Fucking super change. Oh god, that's hard to hit. It's usually a thing where I can eventually get the timing down if I see it enough times. But at the beginning, it's always really hard to hit.
Batting first, the center fielder, Brian Hunter. Strike.
I think the pitching so far on the computer's end is not too difficult, beyond the fact that, you know, he's throwing that super changeup. But he is also throwing strikes, so that's all that really matters. It's when the pitcher is not throwing strikes that this game becomes very difficult.
Strike.
So let's see if I can get him with the changeup. Nope.
Leadoff batter, the third baseman.
Okay, back to the middle of the order. That horrible pitch that I hate. And then he immediately follows it up with a fastball. Of course.
Batting second, the first baseman, Gary Sheffield. Strike one.
Oh, I'm gonna die over here, man. 37 miles an hour. Kill me now.
Batting third, the second
It's a pitch that does not exist. I mean, I don't think, anyways, at the actual major leagues. Never seen it.
Now batting, the catcher, Jeff King.
There are a few knuckleball throwers in this game, but you don't see them very often.
Pitcher, Chris Carpenter. Ball one.
So I got my pitcher up right now, so unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to,
Strike.
probably not going to be able to score a run this inning, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think so. That's rough.
Now batting, the left fielder, Henry Rodriguez.
So this is sort of, this level of difficulty is more what I was expecting.
Ryan Jordan.
So what I should probably start doing on when I'm hitting is taking more pitches and waiting for a good one. There's a home run. That's not good. The problem is that seeing pitches can be really difficult. But we'll see. We'll see if I can get something. If I can get some runs next inning. That was a nice, nasty pitch. And let's see. After that home run, it kind of woke me up a little bit. I'm actually trying to think about it more. Okay, we're back at the top of the order. That was a really good pitch. Like I could have. That was sort of what I wanted to hit. The problem is I was expecting the slow one. I think he's gonna make this. Yeah, and that is why having a fast player is really good. He is a 10. Oh, that would have been excellent to run on. So he's probably gonna follow it up with something fast, I'm guessing. He did. Don't throw me out at first. Okay. I thought he was gonna throw at first base. Yeah, anyways. Oh, nah, that was bad. I'm just getting too desperate. Okay, Sammy. Bring him home. I don't know if the computer pitches around good hitters or not. I think it might. It certainly seemed like it was pitching around him. Oh, if only that would have been a fair ball. Who would have scored that runner? No! That was 100% my fault. I think that'll drop. No, it didn't. Oh, man. It's getting tense. Okay, I'm gonna try to get him with the split finger. Or whatever that is. Oh, come on, man, that was the pitcher. I guess pitchers get a good hit once in a while.
Batting third, the center fielder, Brian Hunter.
So I'm throwing to first because there's a small chance that doing that will actually get the out. It happens very occasionally, but it is possible.
Strike three. He goes down.
That was good.
Batting fourth, the shortstop.
Okay, I want to be careful around Jeter. He's a good hitter. And that should get us out of the inning. So I've gotten a decent amount of hits, but just have not been able to capitalize on them. God, I hate that pitch. It's the worst thing. Okay. This is so hard to know where it's going to be in the strike zone when he throws that one. That was interesting. Something like I feel like the shortstop could have had that one, It took a weird path. Okay, who is that? Can he steal? Not really. He's too slow. Oh, I should have swung. So luckily I had him running, or else that would have been a double play. I'm definitely getting a little desperate with my swings. Oh, he let it fall. Interesting. I have to try to score the run. I don't have a choice. Oh, man. That was rough. That was rough. If he'd just been like one tick faster, he would have made that. Last I hit it, but it was a pop out. Alright. Feel bad for Chris Carpenter. I mean, I don't literally feel bad, but because he's not real. But he's pitching a very, very good game, and I just haven't been able to get any offense going. That was uncomfortably close to a home run. Ooh, I might be able to shove it. So I'm gonna see if I can try to get him out at second. I'll keep throwing to him in between pitches. Sometimes the game lets you get away with that. Ooh, that's not good. That's gonna score the runner. Oh, man. You know what? I'm enjoying this. This is very tense.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Gary. Batting fifth, the catcher, Terry Steinbach. Strike.
Okay, now let's try to get him at second.
Strike two.
And maybe I can get him with a changeup.
Strike three.
There we go. Sometimes they'll swing and miss, sometimes they'll hit it. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what the AI does. Ooh, it's not gonna fall.
Now batting, the shortstop, Sean Green.
So still only in the bottom, or the fifth, so we've got a lot more chances to score in this game. But it would be better if I scored earlier rather than later.
Batting third, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Unfortunate. I think Sosa's the only hit that I've gotten with him so far has been a home run in both of these games. Oh no.
Now batting, the second baseman, Delino DeShields. Strike one.
But I can't deny that it's fun. This is a fun game.
Strike.
And I'll try that up in the zone change up again and see if I can get him. Yeah, sometimes he'll hit it, sometimes he won't.
Batting second, the pitcher, Brad Bradkey. Strike. Strike two.
I'm kind of just going for the same formula here. I'm just starting like curveball, cut fastball, I think it is, and then the changeup, which doesn't really seem to be working all that well. At least not in terms of getting the strikeout. So that's gonna fall in. So I wonder what I want to get. Maybe I can go for a fastball. Oh, good eye, Derek Jeter. Good eye. I know you're not a real... Oh, error. That was a very badly timed error. Who was that? Who's my second baseman? Walker. Todd Walker. Okay. Noted Walker. I'll remember that one later. I won't. Doesn't matter. Okay, so got out of the inning. Let's see what we can do here. Man, oh, an error for an error. Very interesting. Oh, why did I swing? I knew that was out of the zone. I'm enjoying. I'm very into this. Like, I'm not usually this caught up in the action in this game. I don't think I can score, and I'm not gonna try. Okay. Ooh, you know what? This would be a great time for a pinch hitter. So let's do Jeff Kent. That was a great pitch. Is it gonna fall? Yes. So we score one runner. And we're back on Goodwin, so let's see. Ooh, that was a little high. I don't know about that one. I don't know. How dare you? Okay, now give me something in the strike zone. Come on. Give me something to hit here. There we go. It's not going to score the runner, unfortunately.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, Tim Salmon.
Okay, well, my timing was good. That just wasn't a very good pitch. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard! I thought that was gonna get caught. Alright, so we tied the game. That's actually really good. And I think that's gonna fall if he makes it to second. Oh man, are they still gonna count that run? No. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. So we gotta score next inning. Well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be next inning, but I would be put at ease if it was. Oh, fucking no, give me a break. Okay, so this is one that's gonna go right to the wall. There's a possibility that I can catch it. Oh, thank God.
The pitchers are on their game.
Yikes. Ooh, what a strange one. That's like a curve, a hook shot. So we got the ground rule double, that's great. We got him in scoring position. And there's no outs, so it's very possible, if I don't swing at garbage, that we can actually get back ahead of them here. Okay, at least that'll move Sosa over to third, so it'll be a little bit easier to score. If I can just make contact. That was a nice pitch. Okay, so the reason I didn't just run right away was I wasn't sure if it was going to drop, but luckily it did. So we took the lead. That's good. And that very well might... Yep. Not quite. I mean, that's fine. We're ahead of them, so all I have to do is not give up any runs, and we should be good. So I'm gonna be extra careful about my placement because I don't want to give up a home run or something. I'm just gonna give them garbage. The problem with Nomo is he doesn't have great control though, so I might want to choose a different pitcher. Let's see what his control is. So Nomo only has 5 control. Yeah, I think I want someone with a little bit better control.
Now pitching, Juan Acevedo.
Just don't want to take that risk. Because with a guy who has bad control, I can't get that like really exact pitch placement. And that could be bad.
Now pitching, Rudy Sanchez. Leadoff batter, the pitcher, Juan Acevedo.
Okay, so I don't have a big... What the hell was that pitch? That was crazy. Curved it like the last second.
Ball one.
That was the exact kind of pitch that I'm looking to hit. So I would get a pinch runner, but I don't really want to... Oh man, I'm going through all my pitchers. Okay, whatever. I think it's worth it. I want someone fast. Going through a hell of a lot of pitchers. Oh.
Batting third, the left fielder, Tim Salmon. Ball one.
Off the plate.
Strike.
That was a gross pitch. Did not enjoy that.
Strike.
Okay. Let's see what he throws.
Ball two.
I don't... Oh, it dropped! Okay, and because it's Randy Wynn, and he's got a 9 speed, I'm going to be able to score. That was good. Yeah, so calling in the pinch runner, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was worth it, but that was actually a good call. I wouldn't have been able to score otherwise. Okay, so now we have a little bit of a lead, which makes me feel better. And I think that's going to drop. I don't think I can get to second, though.
Batting fifth,
Okay.
the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Nice.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, Dean Palmer.
That's not the end of the world. That could have been a lot worse.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, Gary Sheffield.
I think that's an out, but that's okay. It was still a good inning. We're able to score 2 runs, so we have a Oop, I don't even know who I put in. Baldwin. So now we have a comfortable lead going into the, what is it, bottom of the 8th.
Brian Hunter.
So, ooh, that's not a good start. But as long as my pitching doesn't blow it for us,
Batting second, the shortstop,
yeah, we should be okay.
Jeter. Batting third, the first baseman, Jim Thome.
Okay, one more out. That was weird. One more out and we are good. At least for this inning.
Now batting, the second baseman, Todd Walker.
think earlier in the game I was just a little bit... My timing was a little bit off. I was a little bit early, I think. But I'm doing better now. I feel like I've settled in a little bit here. Not on that one. I was early on that one. I was late on that one. This guy is luckily throwing strikes. There we go. Okay. No problem.
Batting third, the pitcher, James Baldwin.
Just taking a quick look at who's here. Okay. I don't know why I was throwing, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Ooh, that was a gross pitch. Curved at the last second.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Tim Salmon.
Now I'm just getting silly. Okay, I should not have swung at that. That was 100% my fault. Okay, Baldwin, let's see if you can close out this game.
Batting second, the third baseman, Gary Gaetti.
Oh, not quite. I might have been able to get that, but I don't know. There, and so that's why I always throw to the bases when there's runners, because sometimes that happens. Like maybe once every, like, I don't know, 20 times you'll get them out. Okay, so if I get a strikeout here, that would be wonderful. Well, I'll take that too. No way! Dude! That was the game-winning catch. Oh man, he's gonna feel bad about that one in the locker room. Oh man. Imagine you're the pitcher there, like, come on dude, you had literally one job. Just catch the ball.
Strike one.
I think it's gonna be okay though, because we still got a good lead. Just wanted to, I guess the game just wanted to add a little bit of spice in here at the end. Keep me on my toes. Well, that should be it. I think I can just throw that to third. Nice, very fun. That was a good one.
Games like this are what Major League Baseball is all about.
I agree, Dave. I agree. Alright. "20 hits is not shabby." A lot of errors though in this game. 3 errors. Maybe that just happens more at this difficulty. I don't know. So Nomo actually got the win. I guess that makes sense. And then Baldwin got the save. I see. Alright, that was a lot of fun. I'm going to save it.